You are now about to witness the strength of street knowledge.
Straight out of Compton, crazy motherfucker named Ice Cube from the gang called.
All right, let's get down to frickin' business. Who remembers when I blew the motor up in my GTO for the second time? I pulled the motor and it hasn't seen the internet since. Now, some of this footage is over a year and a half old, and I was able to pull the motor the same day that I broke it. And the next day I was able to deliver it to the shop where it was actually gonna be rebuilt at. And this footage you're watching right now is 6 months after I delivered the motor. We're gonna take the GTO to that shop for the motor to be put in and start mocking up for the dry sump. I'll probably go into depth later in the video regarding the specs of the new motor, but yeah, we're going dry sump. The only issues I've ever had with these last motors is oil starvation. We keep spinning bearings, so dry sump is the key. And if this fails, then I'm done. Well, probably not, but that's besides the point.
Well, I left Kentucky back in '49 and went to Detroit. I'd get it one piece at a time, and it wouldn't cost me a dime. You'll know it's me when I come through your town. I'm gonna ride around in style, I'm gonna drive everybody wild, 'cause I'll have the only one there is around.
So to make a really long story short, I ended up pulling my car out of that shop because it had sat there for 7 months and it did not get touched at all. The bottom line is they said they were going to do it and they didn't. Normally I'm a pretty mellow guy and I don't let stuff like this bother me too much. But what really got me is when they told me it was an unrealistic timeline for this thing to be done by Winter Jam. And I don't know about you guys, but when someone tells me that I can't do something, ooh, that fires me up. So basically what they couldn't or refused to do in 7 months, we did it in less than 1 month.
That is way out of the hood.
Yeah, that looks real mean. I think the hood will still close. So the guy in the last clip is my friend Jake. Jake and I have shops a couple doors down from each other, and we befriended each other through the years through drifting. He has a drift car as well. But the benefit is that he's a master fabricator, and he could build anything you want. So if it wasn't for him, then this car would not be running right now.
And then this afternoon I got this bung welded on. Dude, I should be a painter. Crossed a couple of things off the list today. Made that list at about 7:30 this morning. I don't know what time it is now. About 7:30. Yeah. We're there. We're doing burnouts, dude.
All right, guys. Here, hold on ramp.
1 minute, 37 seconds later.
All right, sorry about that. Today we're doing drift car stuff. The GTO is finally at the stage where it can start today. I'm on my way to go get E85 right now, and the tuner is gonna come work his magic later today. Once it starts, we gotta drive that thing for about 2 hours to get that thing dialed in, because today, we got 4 days to Winter Jam, and I'm trying to show out, so we gotta make some stuff happen. Yeah, getting that good right now. When I got this car, I didn't think I'd form a YouTube channel around it. And to see where it's at today is just mind-blowing to me.
defaults to the right fuel?
Yep.
I set the 0% ethanol to the same air fuel as like E85.
Yep.
And then I told it to default to 80 if it fails the brake sensor. So theoretically, it's the perfect way.
And to clarify right here, we were using the starter motor to spin the dry sump pump to lubricate the rest of the motor before we actually start it. But I'm going to shut up now and let you guys listen to this thing. Hell yeah. That's some chop shots there, right there, dude. Dude, that's
How do you like them apples?
God damn! So after the big win with the first startup, we got the bass tune on it, and today we're going to take it to the dyno to finally make some real power.
Oh, my bad.
No, you're good.
shit. Every time I leave around my phone, tell them stay lit. Fix everything like style wasn't it. All the time I pray and thank God I do my best. No more suits, I done took a price hit.
All right, guys. Well, it's 9:07. The driver's meeting was at 8:30, so we missed that. But we finally just made it to the track. So what I need to do this morning is get my car teched. Well, first I need to find my car. It's in one of these shops. And then get my driver's wristband and that sort of deal. So we got a lot of stuff to make happen before that. This is the first year I was going to be able to drive the GTO during Winter Jam, and I was freaking stoked. But I ended up having to wait like an hour in tech just for it to be looked at for like 5 minutes. But we ended up getting it done, and I was stoked to be able to drive. Well, we're being towed back right now. Not exactly how I want to spend my time on the track, but oh well. So when I was in line to make my first run, I was literally up. My car just lost all voltage and shut off. Upon further investigation, we found that our brand new Holley alternator took shit. So a couple trips back and forth to the parts store, got like 3 alternators, put it on, but it was already late. So we hit the hotel and I was going to hit it hard the next day. So just a quick top off on the fuel. We checked the charge on the alternator and everything was holding, so that was good. But the track conditions were not ideal. It was super wet, but I didn't care. I hadn't driven this thing in 2 years, and I just wanted to get out there and see what it could do. Go easy on me with this one. Found out that I hadn't had power steering for 4 years too, so. You know, regardless of how terrible that looked, I didn't care at all. A couple weeks ago, this thing didn't even have a motor in it. Let that sink in.